Most of the cast had a pretty good idea that he might be making a return, but they weren't too sure about it from the beginning. But by the time we had gotten to the table read, by the time we had all started reading together, it had been pretty clear. But it was great.
I know you can't tell me anything about season 4, but I know the Duffer Brothers have said that this is going to be the most frightening season yet. Do you feel that? You know, do you agree with that?
Yeah, if they say that, I'm saying it because I've been saying it. It's yikes.
Is it?
Yeah, I'd say it's. I think most would probably say it's the scariest out of the previous 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I love because it's very fun to film.
I'm sure. How do you guys keep things light on set since it's such a heavy show? But obviously, you guys are such good friends. So how do you kind of keep things light and fun?
Well, it's usually we don't have to try too hard. Mm-hmm. We like each other, so, which is always a plus. But usually, there's a lot, as well as having a lot of the heavy dark stuff in the show. It's surrounded by a lot of lightheartedness, a good amount of comedy. And so that takes up a lot of the work days as well, which keeps things light. It's not as though we're in a very somber place for the majority of the filming process. There's quite a bit of time and quite a bit of material that we can use to keep things light, happy, energetic. And we usually have a fun time on set anyway.
Totally.
No complaints.
No complaints. Like you said before, the more frightening, the better. Does that make it more challenging for you as an actor when it's more frightening, or does that just make it more fun for you?
Both, I'd say. I mean, it's definitely quite the challenge for everybody involved. When things get scarier, when things are darker, it calls for a performance for a display of emotions most people don't display on a daily basis. Most people don't see the things that our characters are seeing, and that's the challenge, is to make people believe that you're seeing that stuff.
Totally. I mean, if you were writing this show for season 4, what would you want to see happen to Dustin?
I'd say that we're just going to recast every part and just have me play all of them, and they're all called Dustin. And we just change the title of Stranger Things, Dustin.
Totally. We do know that. We do know that Hopper is back. When you read the script, were you surprised to see him return? Because obviously, I'm sure you're just left in a cliffhanger in season 3 as well.
Sure, we were left at the end. I guess most of the cast had a pretty good idea that he might be making a return, but they weren't too sure about it from the beginning. But by the time we had gotten to the table read, by the time we had all started reading together, it had been pretty clear. But it was great to have it confirmed when we saw David there.
What's it been like getting back on set during this time? You know, obviously, you're back in filming season 4, but what's it been like getting back on set and seeing everybody? Who did you miss the most?
It's the most. The dogs in the hair and makeup trailer.
I'm sure they were very happy to see you.
Very much so. All the people in hair and makeup have pets, and they bring them to set frequently, and that just makes my day.
Yeah,
so that's fun. Yeah, but getting back to set was I was pretty anxious about it initially. I didn't really know how it was going to work, because we had started up production for the show, and then of course, I don't know if you've heard, but there's been a pandemic, and we knew about that, right? And so we took a bit of a break during the lockdown, and we're just starting to ease back into a steady work pace.
Yeah, and everything has been good so far on set.
I've been enjoying it quite a bit. I mean, everybody's got to take precautions. We're all wearing masks the whole day, and the only ones that can take off their masks are actors when they're filming. Right. But for everything else, eye protection, masks, face shields, gloves, hand sanitizer when you walk on set, off set, and even in the vans that transport us, they got these plastic molds and sheets between the driver and the passengers, and you're gonna these big vans for transporting cast and crew back from set to base, and we can only have one person in each van. Yeah. So we have these huge vans with one person each. Because the transport takes a little longer. I
mean, like I said, you have everybody's dream job, partnering with the Nerds. So tell me all about it.
Well, they came to me with the partnership idea, and they specifically talked about how they not only wanted to talk about the candy nerds, but also incorporate nerds as people, because there's a lot of those, which I am proudly a nerd. And so it seemed like a good fit, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been enjoying it, and honestly, making the videos for social has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, what's been the best part about that?
I like making the videos because the process is so weird that I literally record on my phone and I just start rambling and they edit it together to look awesome. And I don't know how they do that because I'm just a mess of a person and they deal with me. So thanks for them.
Totally. And they taste really good too. I love the new clusters.
They're also pretty fun.